thanks to the support as a channel member, Tim Babbage. Well, our annual trip to a big team is coming a little earlier than usual this year. The transfer window isn't even shut yet, but we're off to West Brom. I don't think the Carabao Cup pays as much money as the FA Cup, but I guess this is how we find out. Hello and welcome to part 21 of Non-League to Legend. I'm Kevin. Coming up on today's episode, we have that big Carabao Cup game away against local-ish rivals West Brom. We also face Carlisle in the league and should have transfer deadline day as well. Lots of things going on. Since you were last with me, we've continued winning all of our matches, even though the last one we nearly threw away, although Kakuri has started scoring headers from set pieces again, which is jolly nice to see. And this is what the League 2 league table looks like after 4 games. 4 games, 4 wins, 12 points on the board. Big thumbs ups all round. The money in the bank at the moment going into the West Brom games, we want to see if we make any money from this. £383,000. West Brom are 20th in the Championship, so they're not actually in very good form. Dare we dream? Dare we hope for a result? We're going with Walsh in goal, a back four of Clayton, Brown, Kakuri and Davis, Alcock and Kennedy in midfield, Musa on the left, Akamrich on the right, Berry behind Kuyate up front. We've got all 3 of our main strikers on the pitch at the same time. The Leahys both down on the bench, getting furious at the fact that all these other guys who aren't even called Leahy are getting in the team ahead of them. But I don't know how good a team West Brom are likely to put out for a game like this. It looks like it's a foggy night. Goodness me. I mean, there's not many people here. Oh, here was me hoping for a lot of people to turn up. There's so many empty seats. Hold on, did it tell us before how many are here? Just over 9,000 people here. So double what a good attendance at our place would be. But I don't think there's the same financial split for a Carabao Cup game. So this is probably just an exercise in us getting our backside handed to us. Plus Carabao and all the other various Carabao Cup sponsors get a lovely little unpaid for advert on the channel because of all this advertising that goes around the ground. The one advantage playing a game like this in a video means, of course, is we won't or shouldn't theoretically get any alien invasions playing at a ground this size. So that's a big positive. We like that. What we also like is the fact that we haven't conceded a goal yet. 15 minutes in, we also have only had 28% possession and haven't had a shot yet, but that might be about to change. Kuyate just kicks the ball and chases it because that's what he does. And Akamrich plays it back to Clayton. Clayton, we know, has got a lovely cross on him, and there's players lining up in the middle who are capable of a finish. Cross comes in. Kuyate is the one who, in fact, it was Akamrich, I think, who made contact with it in the end. But we've got 3 big, strong, fast boys and Berry pulling the strings between them, ready to get on the end of these crosses. Berry with the in-swinging corner. Brown at the near post, plays it back to Berry. Berry to Musa. Musa turns. Kakuri. I thought he was going to shoot from the edge of the area for a second there, and Davis does. And it goes just wide. The keeper, in the end, doesn't even need to get a touch on it because it's going wide. I wonder if he would have got the touch on it if he'd have needed to. Guess my tie's not straight. Oh, that's unacceptable. Well, there you go. Now the tie is straight. I look even more handsome than usual, and fingers crossed we should we absolutely shouldn't win this game, but we are starting to get back into it. Up to 41% possession now. Clayton now with the in-swinger. We are dangerous from these set pieces. Falls to Berry on the edge of the area, who, I mean, that one has whistled past the post. He wellied that, but unfortunately it does go wide. But we've had the best of the highlights, that's for sure. Clayton now to Musa. Clayton with the big deep cross. We've seen this a million times before, but Akamrich on this occasion couldn't get there ahead of the defender, and it's cleared to Kakuri, who is going to try and keep this attack going here as we approach half-time. Kakuri to Davis, and now back to Kakuri again, and it's Alcock in midfield. He sold Musa a little bit short there, and West Brom able to intercept and try and get a counter-attack of their own up and running, but because they're fancy Championship team, rather than attacking, they play it back through the defence, take their time, and now hit the ball over the top, trying to get in behind Clayton at left back. And I mean, they're knocking it around very nicely here. But it ends with a shot that, I mean, Walsh had it covered. Even though he's got little arms, he absolutely had that covered. 0-0 at half-time. Got to be happy with that one. Proud of the boys so far. Have we got a winner in us in this second half? Davis, that's a poor ball from him, just straight into the West Brom player, and it just puts us immediately back under pressure at the start of this second half. And once again, they knock the ball around us in these nice little triangles, and now we need to make a challenge without giving away a penalty. The ball's bobbling around in the area, it's cleared, but to a West Brom shirt, and they seem to have started this second half as if they quite fancy scoring a goal, which probably doesn't bode particularly well for us. The one thing we've got going in our favour is the terrible, terrible form they're in, which does leave them in the relegation zone in the Championship at the moment. I mean, if things turned out the way they're looking like they're turning out at the moment, this could be a league game next year. We're top of League 2. They're in the relegation zone in the Championship. We could both be in League 1 next year. So on that basis, let's go beat them. I mean, they are a lot better than us, as you can see. I don't know where Walsh was there. He didn't even come for it. It's upsetting to concede the goal in that manner, because set pieces are usually our thing. So to concede from one does make me a little bit sad, especially when they've done a fancy one like that. They played it to the edge of the area, then they hit the cross there, and I mean, that guy has come from deep and there's just nobody picking him up, and unfortunately we do go behind, and we haven't really looked like scoring. We've had a couple of chances early on, but there's not been much from us since. We're going attacking. We have obviously got options on the bench as well. The Leahys, for example, could come on and change the game together. Wouldn't that be a thing? Davis plays it forward to a Camrich, who's trying to get the better of his left back, ends up playing it back to Davis. Davis, his cross gets a deflection, and Musa very nearly just sort of dips it over the top of the goalkeeper, but it ends up hitting the crossbar and coming free. But that was another good opportunity for us. What have we got to change the game? Right, a Camrich is coming off. Tom Leahy's coming on. We're also going to take off Berry, and Connor Grant is going to come on. And I think we take off Kouyaté and Jack Leahy's going to come on. We'll swap those two around like that. I think we'll actually put Musa up front, and yeah, we might do them that way round. I think a completely different combination of our front four, because the ones that were on there initially, they had 70 minutes and didn't get the breakthrough. Let's see if fresh legs running at the West Brom defenders can have a little bit more success. Kakuri plays it over the top to Musa, who's got him behind here, and I think that's a penalty. He just had him for pace there. It's a clumsy challenge from the West Brom defender, and we do have a penalty kick. It's going to be Grant to take. I've never seen him take a penalty before. Grant steps up and scores, and it's 1-1, and it's all to play for. We're going to drop back to that positive mentality. Can we go on and win it with 20 minutes to go? We are something of a cup run team. I officially, party line, don't care about the Carabao Cup. That being said, we'll obviously take a cup run in it, because even if we don't get big money from the away games, presumably there's prize money. Obviously home games, our stadium's a little bit bigger now, so if we get a big draw, we can get money, get people through the gate that way, etc., etc. You know the drill. You know how finance works. Leahy, T, what is it? Is he Tom or Todd? I'm sure he knows. Plays it back into Leahy, who's spun around his defender and very nearly forces that past the West Brom keeper. We are looking very lively since our goal. We've got a corner. We're always a threat from the set pieces. Davies is going to hit an in-swinger to that far post. In fact, it's gone near post, but we didn't really have anybody, which was a little bit weird. Musa shoots from range, and it comes all the way back to Olcock, who plays it out to Davies again, but the move kind of drifts away. We're actually ahead on XG now. I know we've had a penalty, which does pad it a little bit, but we're playing well. Brooks going to come on for Kennedy. Clayton is tiring, so we can bring on Paul for him to play at left back, and let's go get the winner. I don't know if this goes to extra time, whether it goes straight to penalties. I'm fairly confident it's not a replay. They've now dropped to a 4-4-2. It looks like they're just playing for the penalty shootout at this point. It's a very weird thing to see the Championship team do, but I guess they're completely bereft of confidence and worried that we're coming for them. But they've got the set piece here. They've already scored from one, and Walsh, I think, has made the save. It hasn't. He just missed. It's gone out for a goal kick. Walsh can still be the scapegoat for a little bit longer. If he'd have saved that, then he would have become a hero. And this might be his opportunity to become a hero, because we've gone to penalties. So obviously Walsh, is going to have plenty of opportunities to show me why we've decided to buy him. Now, Grant, of course, has already scored one penalty today. Oh, for goodness sake. You promised me it didn't happen in the big grounds. If we're going to get that all the way through the penalty shootout, I'll just tell you if we've won at the end. I can't cope with that. We're 1-0 up. Grant scored. And then Walsh with his first opportunity to make a save, and he doesn't. 1-1. Come on, boys. Let's get a wriggle on. We don't need to be here all day for the penalty shootout. Musa, just hit it. Just do a goal. Move on. It's easy. There you go. Musa scores 2-1 to us. We take the advantage once again. And now I think this guy was the striker for West Brom. He was certainly playing up front when 90 minutes was hit. And Walsh is beaten comfortably again. It's 2-2 now on penalties, and one of the fabulous Leahy brothers is on. This is the striker, the one we signed this year, and I mean, that's a very confident penalty from him. He very nearly scored during the match, and that was a very comfortable, confident finish from him. Their goalkeeper looks so much bigger than ours. Look at the size of him. Very lengthy. Oh, I thought Walsh should save that one, but actually, no, it's gone the wrong way. I think it was the floating eBay advert around the edges just distracted my eyes a little bit, and now it's our captain, Brown, who, of course, wants away. He's looking for a move to the Championship, and that is a very confident penalty for a man who probably deserves to be there. It's another opportunity for Walsh to get himself off the scapegoat list, and he doesn't. 4-4. Is it going to be one of those shootouts that just goes on forever? Kakuri with the final penalty kick of the regular 5 for Tamworth, and it's saved. Heartbreak for Kakuri, and now Walsh needs to get his buddy out of trouble, or else West Brom have the fun of being able to say they snuck past Tamworth on penalties. There's no way West Brom win here, is there? They might win the match, but everyone's still going to laugh at them, and it's their own fault. Come on, Walsh, make the save. He doesn't. We're out of the Carabao Cup. Much sadness. Let's see if we actually made any money from it, because if we didn't, we don't care, and that's probably the best way to get knocked out, because we didn't lose the match. We made like 80,000. It's not. It's better than a kick in the teeth, isn't it? But let's go play Carlisle. Then we've got deadline day. So just the one change for the Carlisle game. Then Jack Leahy coming in on the left-hand side with Musa dropping down to the bench. Let's hopefully get back to winning ways in the league. We've had that 4 wins from 4 to start our life in League 2. Fingers crossed we didn't have the stuffing knocked out of us by that defeat from West Brom. Let's get the league table back on there so we can see what's going on. Jolly good. We're going with Kayate up front again today because I just like the fact that he's pure chaos. He's big, he's strong, he's quick, very inconsistent, very erratic, but he has scored a couple of goals for us and does just cause trouble. And I like a striker that causes trouble. When you've got players around him who are a little bit more neat and efficient, like a Camrich there, you can afford to have one chaos engine up there. And that's the role Kayate plays. And he's picked up an assist there, I think. Or did it fall to Berry? There's no way, no, because the stupid aliens were back. I hate it. Oh, hopefully we are getting closer to a fix from Sports Interactive for the stupid aliens. Oh, my word. But it is an assist for Kayate. We've scored inside the first minute. That, boys and girls, is good work from all involved. Berry now with the in-swinger to the far post, and it ends up coming out to Jack Leahy, who, that looked like a handball to me. Kayate causing trouble again, just bearing down on the goalkeeper. I am very much, I said I'd enjoy him, and I am enjoying him. I'm determined to enjoy him, and he's all over the place, and all over the place in a good way. Exactly what you want from a proper pressing forward. I do enjoy a pressing forward, and he is definitely making a nuisance of himself, causing problems, which is always fun. Right, it is Carlisle looking to build up an attack, and Walsh had that covered all the way. I've decided he's not the scapegoat anymore. We don't need one. We're potentially on 5 wins from 5 here. We don't need a scapegoat. We're going back to back to back to back. We're that good. We don't need when you're that good, you don't need a scapegoat, boys and girls. The aliens are helping us. As you can see, they're very much manipulating that goal at the moment. What you don't know is all that movement of the netting makes it impossible for anyone to score in that goal. So we know what we're doing. We've got the aliens on our side. Right, it is. I mean, that was poor. Carlisle just going to dance forward towards us again, and can we just win the ball back? As much as I like the fact that we're winning lots of games, I do occasionally, when we get a long highlight like this, get a little frustrated about the fact that we are so comfortable not having the ball. Because we know when we get it, we'll move it forward quickly, get it wide, get a cross in, get a through ball in, and probably score a goal. I quite enjoy watching teams playing possession football. And I know I'd be mental to change what we're doing when it's working so well. But sometimes I do wish we could just keep possession of the ball a little bit. And I feel like that goal has directly come from us not having the ball. What does that sentence mean? Kev, every time the opposition scores, it comes from them not having the ball. Are you just speaking for the sake of it there? I could be a pundit on TNT Sports with that kind of insight. If they do want to get in touch with me, my email address is on my About page here on YouTube. Feel free to make contact. I reckon I could give Michael Owen a run for his money. At punditry, he's probably still quicker than me. Even years later. We're about the same age, I think. Are we about the same age? We probably are. 1-1. Let's offer something. No, whoa. Oh, very nearly. I accidentally almost gave an instruction. What I actually want to do is just shout. Just shout into the wind. Come on, boys. And hopefully that will be enough for us to go and grab another goal, take the lead again before half time. The stadium, bless us. The ground looks full. How many people are here? We're just going to have a little look. There's over 3,000 people here. We have had an uptick in attendances. Bear in mind, this is Carlisle, and Carlisle is a long way from everywhere. So I imagine they've not brought many, very, very many with them. Our attendances are starting to increase, which is, I mean, that's the way you fight the aliens. You get your ground big enough so that you don't have that stupid roof that causes the problem. So keep improving, keep increasing the size of the stadium, gentlemen. That's the way forward. Although Carlisle have just carved us open here, and maybe we're getting a little bit too big for our boots. Overconfidence may be setting in, because they've done quite well there, haven't they? I don't want to see the replay of it. I want to go attacking, and what I want to do is demand more. But because I only just shouted encouragement, I can't demand more yet. Clayton to Alcock, who gives the ball away. What is all this giving the ball away? We've done. I mean, maybe we're tired off the back of the West Brom game. Is that an excuse we're going to allow ourselves? Probably shouldn't. Davis goes past his man with ease, and now a Camrich. Very deep here for him, but plays it forward to Berry. Berry squares it to Kiate, and he's made one and scored one today. It's pure chaos with him, but he was in the right place at the right time there, and that's lovely stuff. 2-2. I think we're going to leave it on attacking. I like to attack with a home team. It's probably the biggest crowd I've ever seen at the Lamb. So let's carry on attacking. Let's try and win the game. Clayton's going to hit an in-swinger. I wonder where it's going. What do you know? It went into that big pile of players at the near post. Berry shoots from range. Oh, my word. I thought that had gone miles over, but somehow it dipped right at the end, hit the crossbar, and once again, Kiate is in the right place at the right time. I tell you what, I might be underselling him. Maybe he's just a very good striker, because he just seems to, his anticipation in his positioning, he knows where to be. And it's 3-2, and I mean, we're looking very good again all of a sudden. Clayton now with the throw to Berry. Berry plays it into Leahy. Leahy goes past his man, and it's a poor attempt at a save from the goalkeeper. He's probably going to be pretty disappointed with himself, but we don't care. We're now 4-2 up as we approach half time. We've just turned it on. The keeper's got to do better there. It looked like he was unsighted. I don't know that that's a thing in Football Manager. We're going to drop back to positive, because we just exploded and did 3 goals in 5 minutes there when we turned it on to attacking. We don't need to attack all the time. We'll attack in bursts, and when we do, that'll happen. But Kiate, I mean, let's have a little look at him. Attributes, nerds. Tell me what you think. Because form-wise, he's playing really, really, really well. And I want to make him a permanent signing and keep him here forever. Because he is just, he's unplayable at times, and that's exactly what you want from a striker, really, isn't it? I mean, getting back to scapegoats, though, Carlisle have had 2 shots and scored 2 goals, so I think we can all see where the weak link is, and deadline day is approaching. I'm trying to get rid of Kingdon to free up some money, not even necessarily sell him, just free up his salary so we can maybe go and get another goalkeeper, because I am a little bit worried about Walsh. I was always going to be worried about a 5'10" goalkeeper. I don't really know why I signed him. I think I was just dazzled by star ratings. You know, if you've been watching for a while, you know sometimes I'll get dazzled by a star rating. I think I was with Walsh without actually looking at the practicalities of having a goalkeeper who would come up to like my nipple height. And that's no way to describe a goalkeeper. That's a lovely goal from Kennedy. That's actually the second time this season he's scored a goal similar to that. He did it in the first round of the Carabao Cup as well. He's got quite the shot on him. When he gets himself into these positions, that is just a good old wallop. And it's now 5-2, and we can score goals. We might not be able to defend very well. We never have been able to, which is weird because our most promising youngsters are all defenders. But we can certainly attack and do a jolly good job of that. Musa's going to come on into an attack that's played brilliantly without him. He thought he was coming in, and to be honest, I thought it too. Musa thought he was coming in to be our nailed-on starter, that we'd fit the rest of the attack around. Well, he's just seen the four that started ahead of him today play really, really well. So there is no nailed-on starter. We're still working out what our best combination is up front. And I guess the best outcome for us as a club is for there to not be a best combination and us actually have like 5 or 6 really good attacking players that we can use interchangeably, rotate around, cover for injuries, cover for suspensions, and not rely massively on one player the way we sometimes have in the past. Right, we're going to bring Grant on for Berry, and we're also going to bring Reece Bennett on into midfield, which he can't really do, but we're well ahead. Let's teach him to. Can any of them do it? Right, Kakuri sort of can. So Kakuri is going to go forward and play as the ball-winning midfielder, and Bennett and Brown are going to have the opportunity to play together. I think they're both Manchester United youngsters, so they've probably played together many times before. Yeah, we'll give them the opportunity to do it in our shirts. They've never done it in our shirts before. At 5-2, we should probably offer some praise. We've done really well. There you go. You've done very well today, boys. Well done. XG's outstanding again. And we are now the only team in League 2 with 5 wins from 5. There is no difference between the National League and League 2. We've seen it a gazillion times before. You can see it's not just me. It's not just Football Manager's too easy. Gateshead are right up here with us as well. You're seeing it in real life this year with Wrexham and Notts County doing well in League 2. There isn't much difference. When you get promoted to League 2, you do quite well. And we're certainly doing quite well. And Musa, if he stayed on side, would have made it 6. He didn't stay on side, but that was certainly been a good way to show me that he should still be in the plan for starting the next game. But as it is, he doesn't get the goal. We score 5 goals without him. Happy days. Right, we are just going to do deadline day to end off the episode. The only thing I imagine might happen is Kingdon or Brown might leave, because if we get the offer we've asked for Brown, Brown might still leave. If we manage to get rid of one of them, we might just bring in a new goalkeeper. Well, that's deadline day complete with nobody leaving, which means nobody new came in. So deadline day ends as the episode started. We've not signed anyone or sold anyone. We're still nicely within our budgets. And now I guess we just go and play lots of football matches and see how good we really are. I'm waiting to see if someone comes knocking and offers me a job. I'm surprised at this point. Still no job offers at all. But if you've enjoyed that, please make sure you leave a nice big thumbs up on there for me. Subscribe to the channel for daily Football Manager videos. And thank you very much for watching.